Richard Jaeckel spent over 50 years in Hollywood, appeared in nearly 200 films and television productions, earned an Academy Award nomination, and still managed to die nearly broke, largely forgotten by the industry he gave his life to. That contrast alone tells you everything about what it really means to survive in this business. He wasn't discovered at a party or spotted by a talent agent. In 1943, Jaeckel was working as a mail clerk at 20th Century Fox, delivering envelopes between studio buildings, completely invisible to the world of stars surrounding him every day. A casting director noticed his look during that ordinary routine and brought him in to audition for a war film called Guadalcanal Diary. He went in reluctantly. Acting had never been his dream, but something clicked, and a career was born entirely by accident. Just as that career was starting, World War II pulled him away. Jaeckel served in the United States Merchant Marine, and when he came back, Hollywood had moved on without him. He had to rebuild from scratch. Rather than chase fame, he simply kept showing up, one small role at a time, one film after another, war pictures and westerns and crime dramas, never demanding the spotlight, but never disappearing either. Directors noticed, not because he was flashy, but because he was always exactly what a scene needed. His partnership with director Robert Aldrich began in 1953 and would last 3 decades. Aldrich trusted him because Jaeckel came prepared, kept his ego out of the room, and delivered every single time. That kind of reliability is rare, and in a business built on uncertainty, it becomes its own kind of currency. The biggest break of his career didn't come from an audition. According to Robert Osborne's Academy Awards, Oscar Annual 1972, Paul Newman encountered Jaeckel on a Malibu beach and immediately saw in him the authentic, unpretentious quality he needed for the role of Joe Ben Stamper in Sometimes a Great Notion, 1971. Newman fought for him despite studio hesitation. That performance earned Jaeckel an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, nearly 30 years after he first stepped in front of a camera. He didn't leverage that recognition into stardom. He went straight back to work, the same way he always had. Television, supporting roles, genre films. He appeared in Starman, The Dirty Dozen, 3:10 to Yuma, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, and later Baywatch, introducing himself to entirely new generations of viewers without ever chasing trends. But the final chapter of his life was genuinely heartbreaking. His wife of nearly 50 years, Antoinette, developed Alzheimer's disease. Around the same time, Jaeckel was diagnosed with melanoma. In 1994, financial pressures forced him to file for bankruptcy. He lost his home in Brentwood and moved into the motion picture and television retirement facility. Antoinette passed away shortly after. 3 years later, on June 14, 1997, Richard Jaeckel died at the same facility. He was 70 years old. What he left behind wasn't a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame or a franchise built around his name. It was something quieter and in some ways more lasting. The memory of a man who showed up, did the work, and made every story he touched feel a little more real. If that kind of dedication resonates with you, hit like and subscribe. There are more stories like this one worth telling.